Hey guys, welcome back. This is Leah, and you're watching Mommy in the Moment. So I actually got a lot of questions about the post I did on Instagram about the green cleaning supplies that I've made for our home. Now, I have by no means rid our home of all chemicals. That is not something that I'm not there yet. But for a couple of things that really come in contact with our skin often, like our bathtub cleaner and that kind of thing, and our kitchen countertops, I made some homemade DIY cleaners that I feel really good about, and they work really, really well. I was surprised. I was really happy that they work so well. And you really don't need a lot to be able to make these. The main ingredient that most of them use is Castile soap. So this is the Castile soap that I got. You can see it. It's the unscented kind, but this comes in multiple fragrances. They have rose, they have citrus, they have tea tree, and peppermint. So I got the unscented so that I could add different combinations of essential oils to it. But each of the cleaning solutions that I made are only about 3 ingredients. So let's jump in. So I used an old container for this. So this is not what came in this original container, but this is my bathtub cleaner. So the bathtub cleaner consists of 1 part Castile soap, 1 part hydrogen peroxide, and 1 part water. That's it. And it works so well. Like scrubbing bubbles, eat your heart out. You almost don't even have to wipe this. It's amazing. And the hydrogen peroxide makes it antibacterial, so I really feel like it's getting clean without having to put bleach in the bathtub and worrying if I rinsed it all out and then running a bath and the kids sitting in it. Like, no thank you. So I sprayed this stuff on. I usually try to use it right after get out of the bath, or right after we get out of the bathtub, and it just works like a dream. I will try to insert a video of me actually using it so that you can see how well it really works. The first time I made it, I put some essential oils in it and it smelled heavenly. This time I was too busy. So I just made it. It still works and it still smells pretty good. It doesn't really smell like anything. But that's the bathtub cleaner. I also use it for the toilet and the sink. Things that I can really rinse out well. And it's not quite so much, and I don't have to worry about how soapy it is. So this is kind of the dialed down version. Again, I just reused this container. So this is essentially the exact same thing as the bathtub cleaner, except there's a little bit less Castile soap. So you can play with the ratios so that you don't have such a soapy residue. But if you just put maybe a little bit of Castile soap, hydrogen peroxide, and a lot of water, and you still get that disinfecting quality. You get the grime and stuff off of your kitchen countertops without having to douse it with water to get it to feel clean again. Next is the glass cleaner that I made. It is really easy to make this. I use this with a kind of microfiber cloth, so it's a reusable cloth. I use it for our bathroom mirrors, our windows, and we have a glass piece covering our kitchen table. And so this is really, really good for that. All it is, again, is 1 part white vinegar, 1 part water, and 1 part rubbing alcohol. Now the rubbing alcohol is what makes it evaporate quickly so that it doesn't leave streaks. And this works as well or better than any of the store-bought glass cleaners I've ever used. Some people like to just use white vinegar. I like this because it evaporates and it really doesn't have anything wet or streaky left behind. Now, when I was doing research for this, some people say that you can use vodka. If you don't like the idea of using rubbing alcohol, you can use vodka instead, and it has that same alcohol quality that evaporates. So you can decide. I use rubbing alcohol. It works really nicely, and I've enjoyed it a lot. Last but not least is laundry stain spray. This I basically used dish soap, hydrogen peroxide, and water. You could probably still use just the Castile soap if you didn't want to use store-bought dish soap. But basically you use it just like you'd use any sort of pre-laundry stain spray. So I just spray it on. Lucas had a pretty legit nosebleed a few weeks ago, and I was able to use this on the sheets, and you can see it working whenever you spray it on. It starts to kind of bubble up for anything that's organic in nature. So this really works very nicely so far. If I come across anything that it doesn't work well for, I'll comment that down below. One thing that I would caution against if you're doing online research for home cleaning products is anything that puts baking soda and vinegar together in the same bottle. Now, this is just my nerding coming out, but whenever you put baking soda and vinegar together, they should bubble up because it's an acid and a base, and then you end up with water. You get carbon dioxide and you get water. So if you're making something and you're storing it in a bottle and it says to put baking soda and vinegar in the same container, you're going to end up with water, and that's not going to be any more useful than just wetting a sponge. So just be careful with that. And if for some reason you feel like I have that wrong, definitely let me know down below. I am open to being educated, but when I'm drawing back from my chemistry knowledge, that's something that you got to watch out for. I hope that you really liked this video. This is something that I'm going to continue to build upon as I have more time and more kind of energy to put towards greening up my home. It's going to be really nice to take away a lot of the chemicals that we find and some of the things that are convenient but are not the best thing for our skin or our bodies to come in contact with all the time. So if you try any of these, let me know. Send me a picture. Post your comments on how well you feel like it worked. And if you have any other suggestions for really super easy, simple, time-saving green cleaning, let me know. You know what? I should make another video about how other things that we've done to decrease kind of our carbon footprint in the home. I'm going to do that. You guys wait for that one, okay? All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.